I am ready to install the handle. I had many ideas to build different type of handles. One of them was using a flat stock to come this way and then assemble two pipe, one inside the other one, and it's spring loaded, so I could use my hand to pull the handle, and this will activate or deactivate the lock mechanism, and I could lift the handle up. However, I thought this is a complex idea, and I like to make my mechanical stuff simple, so maintain them will be easy and repair them will be easy. So I came up with this over here. It's very lightweight to operate, and as you see the shaft move. I put two washers over here to help to make them act as a thrust bearing and prevent friction between the handle and over here. There will be a little bit of friction, but it will be distributed on these two washers. I'm going to weld a mechanical limit over here to prevent this handle from going down. When it's in this position, the tailgate will be locked. When I lift it, and I have to wait until I tack all the linkages to figure out how much movement I need to move the handle to clear the lock mechanism on the tailgate, and then I will build some type of mechanical stop over here. And I could lock it in the open position or in the lock position. This mechanical stop will be welded like this over here to prevent this handle from going down. And then I will drill through all these three pieces and add pin, and this will make it very secure, so I don't have to worry about the gate open while I'm driving or unlocked. There will be a 1/4 inch clearance between the handle and this, and a 1/4 inch clearance between this and the handle. So this will come down easy and stop in its position. I did bevel all the edges. So when I weld, I could grind the top surface of the weld and it will be flat and it will make it look nice. I'm also going to round all the edges real good, so if somebody run to them, they won't hurt themselves. And I think this will be good. After I set the mechanical stop and tack the handle to the shaft, then I will raise the bed and weld the washer inside to prevent this shaft from coming out. After that, I'm ready to do the rest of it. I painted the back side of the handle because it will be hard to paint it once it's welded together. I'll run the generator and get started. I took two pieces of 2-inch flat stock and I drilled 7/8 of inch hole, and then I chamfered it, rounded the ends, and this is going to be welded. The hole going to be over here around this rod, and the other part will be welded to the C channels that go in this way. And this should stabilize this rod. When I lock the gate, it's going to be pull force on this rod, so I don't have to worry about it bend. However, if there is load on the gate, when I try to unlock it, this rod may try to bend. So I'm going to strengthen it as much as I could in the middle to prevent it from bending too much. I'm going to have to leave about 5 feet at both ends, and this should allow this rod to flex, because when the activating arm, when they in this position, when the gate is locked, it's closer to the bed, and then when I unlock the gate, this will come down, and as you see, the rod will be away from the bed. So this part over here will flex down, and the rod will be bent a little bit when the gate opens. However, when the gate is locked, I want this rod to be straight from this point all the way down. And this is what the stabilizer for, to prevent this from occurring. I'll take the measurement and I'll cut these. I'll probably use 2. I made 3 of them. I drilled the ends and I'll cut them to length. And these, like I said, will be welded something like this. Something like this on the flat stock. And this should stabilize this rod. I tacked both sides. I square them to each other by doing this. I got this flat stock, went between the two C channels, and then I used the square and welded both of them so they both parallel to each other in both dimensions, this way and this way. I will connect the linkages over here, and I'm going to harmonically lock the gate, so this will be straight line to this point and this point and this point. They will be in one line. Then I will weld the one in the middle, the one connected to the rod, and then I will weld these while the gate is closed and locked. When it's locked, it should be like this. I stripe the gate against the bed to ensure the gate is seated all the way, and I drop the lock and make sure the lock is engaged in the pin. And I did this on both sides. I also cut the old license plate bracket. It was bent and twisted. I set the linkages how I like them and how I want them to be. This way it will be harmonically locked, and it will not cause any pressure on the handle or on that long rod. Basically, this middle rod will hold the gate locked. I am going to weld this one first. The rod is straight all the way to the front. After that, I am going to weld this activating arm to these shafts on both sides. I got it done. I tacked it in multiple places. I still have to weld it all the way. I just want to state it's a bad idea to do this kind of work in the month of August here in Texas. It's very hot. You can't even touch the bed. It's very warm. You could probably fry egg on it. It worked perfect. I still have to build a locking pin over here. It will not open because the way I installed the activating arm over here, this has to travel a lot before it picks the locks, as you see. I have to pick it up about 4 inches. I will build some type of pin to keep this in place, and also when I lift it up, I will put something over here to hold this handle, or I may just put some type of chain to hold it in place like this. There is no play in the gate. I'll bring the camera closer and I'll show you how the mechanism works while I activate and deactivate this lock mechanism. Alright, now the gate is locked. Now it's unlocked. The gate is locked. Unlocked. I am going to build the safety pin. I thought originally to machine it out of old bolt or shaft. However, I have this 1/2 inch and 5/8 pins, and I have other type of pins. I am going to use this 1/2 inch pin. I have to modify it a little bit to fit my needs. This ring was right here. The way I removed it, I put it on the vise, and then I pried it off with the channel lock. I put the channel lock between the vise and here, lifted up, and I was able to pull this pin out. I'm also going to attach this chain to this pin and this pin so I don't lose them. I will show you the finished product, and I'll show you how I'm going to install it on the handle. And the pin is finished. It was very easy project. I'll take it with me tomorrow, and I take measurement, and I'll cut this chain just to give me enough clearance to insert the pin or remove it, and also to lock it on the other end with this one over here. Everything is working correctly. I'm gonna go ahead and finish weld all these spots and all the linkages underneath the truck or the bed. In the open position, it's clear real good. This over here, enough weld. I didn't have to weld it all the way. This just to prevent this rod from going this way. I welded the linkage or this activating arm in several spots. On both sides. And now I'm ready to install the third fitting over here and over there. The grease fittings, they have valve built into them. It has ball bearing and spring inside to prevent the grease from coming out. It's very important to install these after you finish welding and applying heat so you don't mess these up. I'm going to install the straight one over here. I'll tidy it up here a little bit. And this one at 45. I will tie this grease fitting up and then I'll paint this. I have this plug when I drilled for the hinges for the tailgate. I'm going to grind it and I'm going to use it as limit over here to limit the travel of the handle so I don't have to over travel. I will weld it right here somewhere. I will make sure I will have enough over travel, little bit over the alignment of this pin. Just to give me a little bit of play. And this will be welded in the center of this rectangle tubing. I want to explain this system. Right now the tailgate in the lock position. As you see, this part over here is going against the pin that's welded to the tailgate. The motion is transferred to this via the shaft to that linking arm over here. When the motion goes this way, this part will open and allow the pin to open. When it's locked, I have this point, the center of the rod, this rod over here, and this point in one line. This causes it to be mechanically dead center or mechanically locked. If there is any type of force on this part, it will try to move this way and the force will go straight this way. And the rod will act as mechanical stop and it will prevent this from turning, and this will keep it locked all the time. And as you see, I left a little bit over travel, so even if I lock it and I remove the link rod from here to the handle, it's going to be hard to unlock the tailgate. So all the force will be in this area and in this area over here to keep the tailgate locked. And as you see, I overkill it. All the metal I use is oversized for this project. I have a 3/4 inch steel over here. All the rods, 1.25 inch. All the activating arms, they 2 inch by 1/2 inch thick. This all thread is 5/8. 5/8 bolt over here, 5/8 pin, and everything on the handle, similar sizes. So this really, it's very strong project or lock system to keep the tailgate closed all the time. If you build something similar, you could upgrade it easy. You could add air cylinder over here or hydraulic cylinder, and you could lock and unlock this gate from inside the cab. You don't have to come out to activate or deactivate this locking system. I hope this makes sense. I'm also planning to build a simulator to show the mechanical theory behind this system. So if you're planning to build something similar, you could modify this system to fit your needs. Most dumper trucks, they have the locking and unlocking handle in this area over here, so you could open the door and lock or unlock the tailgate. However, as you see, I don't have a lot of room over here. And if I install it over here in this area, if I unlock the tailgate, it's going to be in the way of the door. And it may be safety hazard. If you have the door open and you are inside the cab and then you lower the bed, it may come down and hit you in the head. That's why I decided to install it over here in this area. And as you see, it's very hidden. And I think it looked good. And because it's long, you don't have to apply too much force to unlock it. Or to lock it. As you see, with one finger, you could lift it up. And the weight of it will keep it down. This over here, just an extra measure. And it's maybe required by the DOT to have some type of lock mechanism. On dumper trucks, what they do, they have the handle, which is a pipe, and they have a steel ring with chain. So when they lock it, they put the ring inside the pipe, and this will prevent it from coming off. This over here is way better. It's a little bit more complex than just a ring, but you know, for what I have over here, I think this is the best that I could come up with. Like I said earlier, I thought about building a spring-loaded handle, and it will lock and unlock over here, so you could just pull it down to unlock it, and then when you let go, the spring will push the pipe against this pin. One over here and one over here as a stop. However, you know, this very easy, and I have the metal available to me, so I went ahead and built it this way. I am very happy with my design. It was easy to fabricate and to install. All the moving parts are greasable, and this will extend the life of it. I could upgrade it in the future by adding hydraulic or air cylinder to be able to lock and unlock the tailgate from inside the cab. I hope you enjoyed this 3-part series. If you have any comment or a question or feedback, please leave them in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer your questions. If you are a new viewer, consider subscribing and give me a like. This way you support this channel. Thank you for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you later. Take care.